Wednesday, February the 4th, 2026. My 17th season of recording walks, and it's got off to a bit of a disaster. Little has changed in these 17 years with regards to the railways. Everything was messed up this morning. Trains, Thameslink in particular, seems to be the problem. So today I'm down in Norfolk and running about an hour and a half late. So it's around 12:30 now. Should have been here an hour or so ago. I'm doing 9 miles to get this new season underway from here, Watlington, to Kings Lynn, pretty much following the River Ouse, the River Great Ouse. Nice gentle walk to get me back in shape. Got a mixed day today, which is why I'm out. No rain forecast, that's the main thing. Sunny intervals, so that's decent. Might not be able to get a walk in next week, so that's why again, another reason why I'm doing one today. Got a southeasterly breeze, gusts up to around 26. So yeah, should be okay. About 4 hours walking time today, or 3.5, 4 hours. So I should be okay just before sunset, which is at 10 to 5 today. So let's get cracking, see what awaits. Well, I know pretty much what awaits because this is a low-lying flat area and we're following a river. So it's conditions underfoot that concern me slightly. I have checked the flood maps and we're okay per them, so fingers crossed. Let's press on. This is a country walking magazine walk compiled by my old favourite Phoebe Taplin, who usually has a lot of road walking in her walks, which I'm no fan of, but obviously on this one she can't. However, the initial half mile or so is on a lane or busy road from what I've seen actually. There is a footpath out from the station. You have to cross over to the other side now to join the river. Classic fenland up here. Crossing over the Ouse, which is pretty wide here. Just outside Magdalen village, in front of its bridge, we do a right, following the Fen Rivers Way as well as the Ouse Valley Way. And there was my intended lunch stop, Wiggenhall St Germans church, but I've eaten half of it already because I was late. Anyway, I might have a pit stop there anyway. As you can see, the Ouse is flowing out, tide's going out by the looks of it. That's going to be pretty much walking on this flood defence wall here. Not too bad underfoot thus far, early days. Passing the first of what I guess will be several sewage treatment works here, I think, judging by the aroma and the gulls on the surface over there. Mile in at this stage. Lying water down there shows how risky it is living next to the Great Ouse, and on the other side a tributary of it. So these properties are wedged in the middle. Bet they struggle for insurance. The ruined church of St Peter, which I guess comes under Wiggenhall St Germans. Research that if you wish. Can't get down to it from riverbank here. We've got some headstones though, some houses nearby. There is actually a track down, but I'm not going to bother today. Might have done had there been an information panel down below, but there isn't from what I can see. Interesting plantation over there. Got no idea what that is. Got a deer fence around it. Saw some, well, I think they were munkjack, possibly Chinese water deer from the train near Ely on the way up here. And I wonder if this church superseded the redundant St Peter. Don't know the name of this one. It does have a seat though, so I could have used that for lunch, but as I say, I've eaten most of it already, and as that clock there indicates, possibly right, I'm not sure, 1:30 that's indicating, be about right, and indeed it is right, as the bells have just pealed. That's simply called St Germans. There's another seat there as well. And there's a pub behind me as well. Snowdrops are on the wane, because I haven't been out in January. It's been such poor weather. We've missed the snowdrops for the most part, but they are still displaying. I've even seen celandines out now, superseding these. So the church is open. One to research, because I don't know the age of this place. Incredible. Can hear the clock ticking in the background. Not much stained glass, other than this large section. Plenty of jet noise outside again, as is often the case in East Anglia. So there we have the organ manufacturers. View to the rear, and a small section of stained glass there as well. A more modern bridge here at St German. Picnic tables as well outside the Crown and Anchor, which is next to a John Deere tractor factory. Some big old beasts over there. Do like the Caterpillar tracks there. So as you can see, 5.5 to go from here, apparently. Plus the 2 I've done makes 7.5. Yeah, I read this was a 9-mile walk. Soon find out. Looks like the flood risk is increasing, judging by the 7 on this marker post and the 6 on the one behind it. River or tide continues to go out. I haven't seen many birds today, but there's a grebe over there just gone under. Mainly gulls, cormorants, and a couple of buntings, warblers, sorry, reed warblers. There is also a Nissa central stores over there, if anyone needs provisions. There's the old grebe. At least I think it's a grebe. They look a bit big to be grebes, so it could be some kind of diver. Yeah. Hasn't got a crest on it either. Nah, that's bloody cormorant. Now, if I remember correctly, that's the beet factory outside Kings Lynn. Yeah, cormorant in more classic pose on top of that column. Some kind of, is it a harrier? Large bird of prey anyway. Right at the edge of my range, hence the shaking. It's a big old bird anyway. No, I can't focus on it. There you go. Would never be a white-tailed eagle, surely. Someone might know the answer. More rubbish being left by a high tide. Fridge freezer there and a tyre. Outrageous what people dump in the rivers. Another cormorant stretching its wings, not apparently to dry them, but to help it digest food, so I read. So he's just obviously had some food. So that building appears to have nothing to do with beet, but is part of the power station ahead of me. Busy A47 in the distance, which we go under. Egret over there. I think it's a great egret actually. So exactly 5 miles in apparently, and we've reached Tails Sluice, which has got some operatives working on it today. The view from the sluice. Yeah, that's some structure. Looking north towards Lynn now. Can't stop Mother Nature though. Now 2 miles to go, apparently. Passing shot of the sluice gate. Good that they've left this reed here for wildlife. Well, I wasn't totally wrong. Just speaking with a local, this paper factory, which used to be one of the most modern in the world 20 years back, is on the site of a former sugar beet factory. So I must have remembered that from my days of yore, when I used to come up here on the old steam train to Stanton. So there you go. So as you can see, I'm just about to go under the A47, but the GPX track, if you need one today, takes you over the river and you do a right into West Lynn. However, that involves getting a little ferry, passenger ferry, half hourly, back over the Ouse into Kings Lynn. So that could be a bit dubious today, with me up against sunset and nightfall. So I'm going to continue straight on and rejoin the walk in the town centre. This second bridge, not the A47, that you take into West Lynn if you want to take that option, which is also part of the Norfolk coast path. I've never actually been into West Lynn, but know Kings Lynn quite well. He blows, and that tower in the distance is right down in the docks. I remember the railway running down to that as well once upon a time. That far bank shows you how far out the tide is now. The Ouse. Pleasant shot in the sun, Kings Lynn there. So as you can see, we join a small section of the Nar Valley Way here, which goes out inland really. Entering South Lynn now, passing Bowl Key rather. Interesting, they haven't rebranded these yet. King Charles III England coast path. I've seen some of the old quay buildings. Ancient port is Kings Lynn. Not a sank port, but something similar. Forget what it is. Read that somewhere in my time on previous walks. That's it, the Hanseatic League. Knew I'd find an information panel somewhere. And there's the ports on the British side that were involved. Google that if you want to learn more. Hanseatic League, Baltic. And as you may be able to see there, I've only done a portion of the Fen Rivers Way, which starts all the way down near Cambridge, which is where I'll be headed later. Have to change trains at Cambridge if they're running. Bloody well hope so. Yeah, Kings Lynn was previously a whaling port. Glad that's ended. Oh, there he is, Captain George Vancouver, born in Kings Lynn, which I didn't know. Obviously gave his name to the Canadian state. Well, well, well. And I'm stood here at the moment in a place called the Purfleet. Well, here we are, the Purfleet. Google that if you wish to learn more. It's at each property here in the Purfleet. I'm in Tuesday Marketplace now, where I'll wrap this walk up at 7.6 miles, 2 hours 45. Decent walk, nothing special. Quite mundane really, because it's just a river walk. However, suited my purposes for returning back to walking. So yeah, as I say, unlikely to be out next week, other things to do, but hopefully now I shall hit 500 walks this year, because I'm not far off it, or wasn't last year. So I hope to achieve that this year. My 500th video on YouTube. Anyway, the weather turned out very nice. As you can see, not a cloud in the sky now. So, country walking magazine, Watlington to Kings Lynn, completed, and a lot less distance than I originally thought. Going via West Lynn must increase the mileage considerably. Anyway, till the next time.